Hello and welcome to a time special presentation for Thirukkural with the Times, where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. History does not walk, it flows. And in its flow lie quiet ironies that reveal themselves only to those who pause and watch the current closely. How did the death of a British collector at the hands of a revolutionary evolve into an example of such an irony?
History does not walk, it flows. And in its flow lie quiet ironies that reveal themselves only to those who pause and watch the current closely. I once encountered such an irony in an interview given by Thiruvalluvar, the late son of V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, one of India's greatest freedom fighters. In that interview, Valleshwaran spoke of a visit to a government office where he was asked to pay a bribe. He wished to challenge it legally to take the matter to court, but he did not, because he could not afford even the court fee. The irony was piercing. A system demanding a bribe from the son of a man who had sacrificed everything for the freedom of that very system. Martyrs are tested not only by their enemies, but by time itself. Their intentions are questioned, their sacrifices measured anew. Posterity has its own scale, colder, perhaps harder, but relentless. History, like a ceaseless river, carries within it blood and compassion, rage and reconciliation, heroism and humility. When we scoop a single moment from its waters, we see only a fragment. But when we step back and watch the river flow across generations, history begins to speak in a deeper, in a mysterious, in a humbler voice. Another incident I came across belongs to the deeper current. On the morning of June 17, 1911, at 10:38 a.m., at Maniyachi railway station, Vanchinathan, a young Tamil revolutionary, shot and killed Robert Ashe, the British collector of Tirunelveli. Moments later, Vanchi took his own life. One man fell as the representative of imperial authority, the other died as an embodiment of fierce resistance. The act was swift, irreversible, and soaked in the fervor of a nation struggling to breathe under the colonial rule. Time moved on. Mary Ashe returned to her country with her 4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons. Empires receded, flags changed, and the fury of that morning slowly settled into the footnotes of history. More than a century passed. Then, quietly, history curved back on itself. While researching the life of V.O. Chidambaram Pillai and the upheaval in Tirunelveli following his arrest, historian A.R. Venkatachalapati came across records of Ashe murder trial. His research led him not only to documents but to people. Robert Ashe's descendants, a grandson named after him, a granddaughter, and other members. During a meeting, they raised a toast in memory of both Ashe and Vanchinathan. Later, they wrote a letter to the family of Vanchinathan and sent it through historian A.R. Venkatachalapati. It was not a letter of accusation, nor was it an attempt to rewrite the past. It was the letter of reconciliation. On this day of sad but proud remembrance, they wrote, "We extend a message of reconciliation and friendship to the Vanchi family." Vanchi was an idealist political campaigner whose zeal for freedom of his beloved India sent Robert to his early grave. Moments later, Vanchi took his own young life. All who act fervently in political arena, both ruler and the oppressed, risk making mortal mistakes. We who are fortunate enough to live on must forgive and live in peace together. Across 100 years, the descendants of the ruler and the rebel reached out, not to justify, but to understand. It is here that a kural quietly enters the river of thought. Valluvar writes, Ennaimun, Nillanmin Thevveer, Palarennai, Munnindru, Kalnin, Ravar. Foes, do not oppose my chief. Those who did so before now are entombed. At first glance, it sounds like the cry of martial pride, a warrior hailing an unconquerable leader. But as writer Jayamohan has reflected, who could such a chief truly be? No human ruler remains undefeated. No ideology escapes erosion. Perhaps the chief Valluvar speaks of is not a king or a commander, but the time itself. Time alone defeats everybody who opposes it. The tyrant and the martyr, the victor and the vanquished. It buries rage, exposes arrogance, humbles power, and sometimes ripens forgiveness. And yet some acts endure. The courage of Vanjinathan, the sacrifice of V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, and the grace of the letter written by the descendants of Robert Ashe.